Welcome to On the Pitch, our weekly soccer show. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be joined by the new Knoxville Rangers here in the WOSN studios soon. But first, let's take you around West Central Ohio and see what happened on the soccer field, get you to some highlights. We begin in Wapakoneta. Wapak coming off a 4-1 win over St. Mary's to move into a tie for second place in the WBL, looking to carry that momentum into Saturday's game against Lima Senior. Pick things up at the start of the game. Vinny De Silva a shot, but it goes wide of the cage and out for a goal kick. On the other end, Lima Senior attacking. Sam Sharrock with the left, hard shot. Noah Ritchie there to make this save. Still scoreless, but that's about to change. Alex Lousy moving across the 18, gets away a shot, goes off the hands of the Spartan keeper and into the net. 1-0 Wapak leads. Lousy so dangerous. Visitors trying to get that one back. Long ball to Nick Schaff. He's able to get around Ritchie. Got the open look, but it hits side netting. Good chance there. Another look now for Lima Senior. Cole Miracle plays up ahead for Schaff. Scoots past him though, and it's playable for Ritchie. Wapakoneta free kick now as we go back to the other end. Luke Beach, the freshman, serves it in. A challenge for the header, and it comes down for Dawson Clark. He secures it. Wapak gets the victory. 2-0 the final. Beautiful afternoon at Bath. Also on Saturday, no score in the first half between Bath and Kalida. Kalida on the attack. Brittany Colley breaks free. The senior shoots, but Brittany Ulmer scoops it up for the save. Now the Lady Cats, the host Lady Cats, attacking Lauren Singhouse to Anna Brandon. A one-timer, easy play for Morgan Knappe. Back to the other end of the field. Corner kick for the visiting Wildcats. Joni Kaufman sends it right off the post. Almost able to hook it in there. Still scoreless. Julia Evans, a hard shot, diving save by Knappe, and she holds on to it. Later, Kelsey Wallace gets behind the defense, draws the goalie out, and then buries it in the back of the net to open up the scoring. Bath leads 1-0 on the goal by the sophomore. Lady Wildcats have been playing so well recently. A couple of minutes later, Mackenzie Perry with space, fires it on net. Knappe handles it on the hop. They keep the pressure on. Evans crosses it. Knappe punches it in the air, and it lands right on the goal line for the Kennedy Fagan and Lakin Ambrister combination goal. That makes it 2-0, and Bath goes on to win 5-0, the final score. Final stop, we head over to Spencerville. They're hosting LCC and WOSL action. All tied up at 1 in the second half. LCC's Jimmy Kutka gets away a strong shot. Ricochets off the post there, close call. Later, Matt Rohan into the middle. There's Thad Ringwald to cut it off. T-Birds keeping the pressure on. Joe Isley to Steven Tafflinger. He turns and fires off the post again. So we remain locked up at 1. Spencerville with it now. David Wisher gets some space and puts it on goal. Kyle Smith makes the save for the T-Birds. Another chance for the Bearcats. Cole Ward tries the through ball into the box, but he can't connect with anybody, and Smith comes right out to grab it. LCC back on the offensive. Isley plays it in looking for Trey Horseman, but Ringwald gets to it first. LCC gets the win in this one. A 1-goal win, 3-2, the final. And speaking of the Western Ohio Soccer League, we're joined now by the new Knoxville Rangers. Mark Durness, second year as head coach to my left, and Alex Lehman, a senior. And when I asked this position, he said he plays all over. So we're going with all over for Alex. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Mark, how's year 2 with New Knoxville treating you?
Well, it's another challenging year. We're still doing a lot of learning. As you see, Alex has been all over. We've used them. We've been moving kids. I don't think we've run the same set all season. So, but the thing is, the kids have heart. They keep working hard. We've been close many times. We've had some great opportunities, but we just haven't been able to close the deal this year.
What about for you, Alex? How's the season been going?
I think it's been going less than satisfactory. I think, it's my senior year and have high hopes, for just at least an average season or, a couple wins here and there. But it's just, we've been that close to get those goals, and it's just hasn't been there. And it's a little bit disappointing, but.
Still in search of your first win, and you got a couple games left on the schedule, and then, of course, the postseason. And the regular season's great and all, but the postseason, you can turn things around real fast. And we have the draw coming up on Sunday. We're taping this on Saturday. So what are some of the goals for the rest of the season?
Well, we're just still looking for that next win. We're going to play hard for it. We have Fairlawn on Tuesday. We'll go up to Otterville on Friday. We don't stop. We keep playing. However, what I like to do and build the teams is I always coach to the postseason. We'll take what we can during the season. If we have a good early season, you can play for that league win.
Right.
The WOSL has been great. It's a very competitive league. We've been in the mix. We just have to do harder there. But now focus is turned towards postseason play, get into the tournament, and see where we end up.
Alex, what do you think the strengths of this year's team are? How have you seen the team improve, and you specifically?
I think I've seen the team improve in our mental toughness area, because at the beginning of the season, we couldn't. If we were down a goal, we wouldn't fight back at all. We were done. And in the last 4 or 5 games, if there was a goal, we wouldn't hang our head as much, and we just get right back after it. And even then, it's just an improvement that I'm proud to say we've made. I think I've improved by being able to, stick up in these hard times, because it's really hard to do. It's easy to say it's a nice year when you got 10, 11 wins, but this year it's just been a struggle to stay up there. And
I think what you talked about is reflected in the scores, though. If you look through the season,
right.
Like you mentioned, maybe some blowouts early on, but you guys are playing good teams tough now, and that really has to say a lot about your team, Mark, because like Alex said, it's easy to hang your head and be like, oh, we're not getting the results. But these guys don't seem like they want to do that.
No, everybody's goal is to win. We don't step on the pitch without a win in sight, and I haven't been easy on them. Challenge them every day, challenge them mentally, and that's really where we're at, is the mental side of things. And we just dug ourselves a hole, and we're still climbing. We won't stop climbing to get out of it, but it's up to the kids to really put it together. I can't play for them, which I tell them all the time. I'll coach you. I give you where I can give you. Right. Well, I even limit that anymore. Yeah. But I can't play. I can't do it for them. They've got to do it themselves. They've got to trust each other. They've got to get out there and get the work done.
Alex, do some of the guys and girls look to you on the team as a leader, as a senior? How many seniors are on the team?
There are 3 seniors, and 2 of them are captains, me being one of them.
Cool, yeah. So you're still pretty young. Do you feel a responsibility to lead the group?
Yeah, ultimately yes, because I've been a part of some of the best teams Knoxville's had, and it's like all the weight's on my shoulders to try to pass it on to these guys.
Is that something you feel comfortable with, or are you more quiet?
I try to feel comfortable with it by showing up every day and trying to play my best and hope it rubs off of them, maybe. Just kind of lead them that way instead of more verbally.
That's great. Yeah, leading by example, always good to see. Mark, what are practices like?
Well, it depends on the day, and it depends on the need, depends who the opponent is. Lately, though, I have to say our last couple of weeks have been a little bit lighter. I mean, you can only browbeat for so long. We just have missed opportunities, so we're just trying to lighten the mood here lately, just to have fun and remind them that, hey, we're having fun yet, even though we're not happy with the results. But as long as we can keep the heart light, keep working, keep getting after it, we'll do it. So, but we get to work. Everybody's sweating, and we get after it.
High school sports are a lot of fun. I know some of my best memories from high school came playing high school soccer. What are you going to take away from your entire high school career, Alex, and including this year? And when you look back a couple years from now, be like, wow, New Knoxville soccer, that was a good time.
I'd have to say never give up, okay? And it's all mental. Wherever you're at, it's all mental. You've got to stay mentally tough no matter what the year. You've just got to keep pushing through it and not give up no matter what.
Mark, has there been a moment this season that stands out for you?
I think most of it is that the kids have finally got to the point where that they can work through the adversity. It's always a joy. In high school, you're teaching along with coaching and trying to put life examples, and just knowing that all these kids are going to do great things afterwards, regardless of what their sports season is. It's seeing them bouncing back out of adversity now and staying up. Losses now mean something. Before, the bus was rather loud after a loss. Now when we have a loss, it's quieter. There's some solace. So there's some thinking, there's some growing, there's some youth development for these young boys and girls in our case. And I just looked at it. That's what stands out. This team is probably going to be not the best record, probably could be the worst record. However, the kids are going to have a great amount of learning out of it, and they're still going to come out just fine.
What about for you, Alex? Do you have a moment that stands out this year?
I'd have to say a moment that stood out was probably the first goal that we got. It was an assist from me to another member of my team. It's like, hey, I can trust my team. Because before it was like, oh, can we handle a ball good enough? But then I kind of took that leap of faith and did that pass, and sure enough, we scored, and we were up for once, and it was great.
That must have felt good. Everyone's building each other's confidence up. That's always good to see. We'll close with some talk about the league, because it is the second year for the league, and it's exciting to see what the league has become, and it's pretty competitive, would you say?
Yeah, overall it is. If you look at even our scores, we've had a couple of tough ones with Temple. Temple's playing well this year, but next year we add Jackson Center and Allen East.
Yeah.
And that Jackson Center is another co-ed school. I think Lincoln View may be going back to co-ed, so that'd be 4 co-ed schools in this league. And with the scores, it's great to have a competitive league. There's, you know, it really is a mosh. I mean, we've had Fairlawn just beat Bachman's. We had a very close game with Bachman's and LCC. So when you have a league that is that competitive, then there's always, you know, you get everybody better for tournament play.
Right, and it must be a lot of fun. What about for you, Alex? You played in no league, and now you got the WOSL. It must be cool to be able to play in a competitive soccer league like that.
Yes, I have to say it is a lot. Just to say that, hey, there are players of the year. There is recognition for everybody now who has played well.
Well, thank you guys very much for coming in. Best of luck the rest of the way and into the postseason. We'll be watching. We need to take a break now on the pitch, but when we come back, we're going to chat with a couple more new Knoxville Rangers. Welcome back to On the Pitch. We've got a couple more new Knoxville Rangers joining me. It's Olivia Durness, a sophomore, and Cole Thompson, a junior on the end. Olivia, we'll start with you. How did today's game go against Lehman on Saturday? Again, we're taping this, and you guys played Lehman pretty tough.
Yeah, it wasn't our best game, that's for sure, but we try and keep working the whole time, so.
That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Cole, what about for you? How's this season been treating you in your junior year?
It's been interesting. Mainly like everyone working together. It's taken some time.
Did you guys both play last year too?
Yes.
Okay, so is there a big group of kids who are returning, and are you seeing some camaraderie come together with the team?
Yeah, and we're seeing some new faces too.
New faces too?
Yeah.
So does that helpful though, especially in the off season leading up to this season? Did you see that camaraderie the group come together a little bit?
Yeah, you can definitely tell that our relationships from last year carried over. We work together better than we had before. We know each other more.
And Cole, what about Coach Durness? Must be fun working with him, and you know he's working hard to get the program where it needs to be. What do you like about playing for him?
He makes us work when we need it, and then we can have fun if we work hard enough.
Olivia, I want to ask you the same question, but that's your dad, so I don't know. Is what's better, Mark at home or Mark as soccer coach?
There's definitely a difference.
What's the difference?
Me personally, I think he's more fun at soccer.
Okay.
He's a coach, so you have to get a difference between the two.
Right.
Yeah, at home, it's more like a normal father. At soccer, he's my coach, and I just have to remember that. It's different than what I'm used to.
Right, yeah. He's smiling over there. I'm sure that's good. Cole, what are the goals for the rest of the season as you guys finish out the regular season and get ready for the postseason?
To work hard. We need to put in work on getting to know more of like how to push it wide, work it in.
Olivia, have you seen improvement throughout the season?
I think at the beginning we were getting beat a little more than we are now. We're working harder, keep trying to get that win. So.
Cole, what about you? Have you seen the team come together throughout the year and seen some signs that point towards positive things in the future?
Yeah, we're more connected now than we're kind of getting to read each other.
That's great. Yeah, well, good luck, guys. Thank you very much for joining us here on the pitch. Before we go, we're going to end the show the way we normally do. And I guess we'll bring back Alex to juggle against me. Does he have the ball here? Alex, come in here, and I'll go first so I can set the standard for you, and you'll know what you have to beat. But we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I haven't been doing that well this season. All right, 4 again. 4 is pretty normal for me, so we'll see what you get. Right in here, and if you hit the cameras, you owe us $2,000. Yeah, no, you'll be fine. Don't hit the cameras though. Oh, we'll give you 5. We'll give you 5. So another loss for me, no surprise. Congrats to Alex. And thanks again, guys, to the new Knoxville Rangers for joining us here on the pitch. That's going to do it. We'll see you next week.